Sí, sí. Tengo mil razones que no me dejan dormir. Todas las canciones no dejan de hablar de ti. Tú te me apareces por todas partes. Hasta en cada sueño vuelvo a encontrarte. Pero todos los caminos me siguen llevando a ti. Tengo la cabeza bien loca porque siento boca, no encuentro sentido. Muchas cosas de ti me tienen perdida, pero te confieso que no hay nada mejor que tus besos. Son tus besos que me llevan de regreso al lugar donde tú y yo.
Maravilla escuchar a la querida y talentosa Carol Sevilla. La verdad, no saben qué placer haber entrevistado a esta mujer joven, empoderada, echada para adelante, no solamente inteligente, sino verdaderamente talentosa, actriz, cantante, compositora y sobre todo un gran ser humano. Y lo van a escuchar después de la media hora que regresemos del corte aquí en el Heraldo Radio, en este programa El Dedo en la Llaga. Y los saludo con mucho gusto. Soy Adriana Delgado y como siempre, agradeciéndoles de corazón. Ojalá les llegue a su corazón lo que estoy diciendo, porque habemos cumplido una semana de estar al aire, de estar vivos, de dar gracias, de tener trabajo, de tener salud y de poder decirlo así como lo estoy diciendo. Entonces, ¿qué más les puedo decir? Porque hasta se me pone la piel así, ¡ay! Diciendo gracias, Señor, gracias por darnos la oportunidad. Bueno, ¿qué más les puedo decir de Carol Sevilla y esta canción maravillosa de Mis Besos? No se despeguen del dedo en la llaga, porque la vamos a tener después del corte de la media hora. Y ahora nos vamos con Denise Cuadra para poner el dedo en la llaga.
Gracias, Adriana. Vamos con la información. El presidente Andrés Manuel López Obrador emitió un decreto.
Hey everybody, it's Wednesday, so it's time for Teach Your Business to Fish. This is your business guide, Michael Rager. And man, we're ready to go out and just keep rocking this New Year's in. I'm telling you, man, we got a great guest today. You know, I hope I don't mess your name up the first time, Jason, but it's Jason Contomitris. He's with Hydroco. Man, this young man is doing some awesome stuff. I mean, some high-tech stuff in the transportation of hydrogen. It's going to be amazing to talk about it and what he's done to help this happen. But I want to talk a little bit about those of you guys that are following me on Facebook. I hope you all saw the fish we caught this weekend. I want to give a little shout out to Michael Stoddard and to Stacy Leanne. Man, we went out there and just crushed things this weekend. I mean, it was just awesome. The things that we do is, it's having a business is great because you want to make money, but you have a business so you can go have experiences. And the experience we had this week, man, I'm telling you, we got on Mike's 60-foot Hatteras, the Stacy Leanne. And when we left the dock Friday evening at about 10 o'clock, there was 6 to 8 foot waves. Everybody's thinking, man, you're nuts going out there. But, man, this boat, it rode so smooth. And, man, we got out there. By the time we came back Sunday morning, it was flat, calm like glass. But the thing is in between it, the reason we went and did this is we're looking forward to this year. We're looking to do 6 or 7 trips this year. And part of them is going to be able to go out and fish tournaments. We want to go fish some marlin tournaments. But, Mike had a brand new captain. His son, Owen, was kind of our first mate. Now, Owen's like 13, something like that. I mean, kid's just an awesome, awesome young man. We had me on there for the first time, Andy Erickson on the first time, Brent Anderson for the first time. And we're trying to put together a team. And what we were starting to do is prepare. And one of the things that Mike talked about, me and Mike talked about, we were sitting up there, having a cocktail on the way out, was the secret to success. And the secret to success is really, it's preparation plus opportunity. Preparation plus opportunity allows you to be successful. One of the things that I was told, when I was younger, and I remember at a John Maxwell conference, I think that's exactly where it was. And John said, when opportunity knocks, it's too late to prepare. So you've got to be prepared already for what you want to do and what you're going to be doing in life. You got to be going out there and doing the right things. You got to be learning what you're doing and doing all these things to move forward in the way that you want to do in your business and your life. And that's what it was about. And that's what we were doing on this fishing trip, man. It was awesome. We were working with Matt, the captain, and we were watching him prepare some new rigs, and we developed some new teasers out there. And you kind of wish we had a better cameraman than me, because one of the best opportunities, man, we're coming around Boomerang Rig, and we got 11 lines out, and 6 of them, boo, 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 boo. We had a 70-pound tuna come out of the air 10 feet behind the boat and grab this lure, but I hadn't grabbed the camera yet. And then when I did grab it, and things are going on, and all heck's breaking loose. I got to watch it because I got told that, I said the S word last week, and it was okay that we can do this on the internet, but now that we're on live TV, that's a big issue. So I got to watch what I'm saying. But we got to be prepared for everything that we're doing. But I wasn't prepared with the camera, so I missed that shot. And then the best part is everything's breaking loose, and it's going tonight, and I'm recording, and Mike and I are talking about, yeah, man, look at this, and I forgot to take the lens cap off the video camera. So we got about 3 minutes of some serious discussion, funny stuff, and I'm missing what's going on, everything about it. So it's learning about preparation, and that's what this first trip about. It was the first trip of the year. We were ready to go out there, ready to have some fun. I think Jonathan may show some photos of our catch and stuff like that, but Mike said, hey, you know what? I'm going to do this for the boat. We're going to put us in, I think it's the Texas offshore shootout, put us in the tuna category. And when we came home by the end of the day, we were sitting number 1, 2, and 3 in the tournament. So we've got the 3 biggest fish right there. And there they are. There's me and Mike Stoddard. And, there's these nice tuna fish, man. These things are all 70-plus pounds. And, it's just amazing to go out there. And this is what it's about, meeting good friends that have a similar vision. And the whole time Mike and I were on the boat, all we were talking about was we shared a similar vision of we both want to be on TV doing a fishing show. And, I'm on TV right now. How are we going to make this happen? I don't know exactly yet, but all I know is he and I are going to be talking about this weekly, monthly. Every time that I go on the trip, we're going to talk about it some more, bring some people in and move around. We've been talking to some of my friends. Blaine Walker is one of the best videographers I know. He's like, oh my God, I want to help this happen. All these great things. Cameron, he's sitting out there. We showed him what's going on. Here's my 9-year-old going, Dad, man, I cannot wait to go on this. And that's what it's about, man. It's about living life. And you as a business owner being successful so you can have opportunities. You can have opportunities and you can have experiences. And that's what it's about. How many more minutes we got till we go to break? 2 more minutes. So I'm going to share some other stuff. So, what's been going on since last week? We've had a lot of good stuff going on. We've been talking to a lot of people. The year is off to a good start for a lot of people, man. I'm talking to a lot of business owners. There's a lot of new things that are really going on, and this is what we want to see. We want to see the opportunity, man. Look at that picture up there right now. It's just flat, calm, coming in. Those of you that will be seeing this, it's just perfect. It's beautiful. I wish it was like that going out, man. When it was, there we are smoking cigars, doing all the fun things that we were doing. But this is what it's about. We were just preparing for our opportunity. We prepared for our opportunity, and we got 2 really good opportunities. We got out to the Nansen rig, first pass, boom. Jenny, Mike's wife, caught a 71-pound tuna. We trolled around for a long time, and those of you that know about offshore fishing like this, it's hours and hours of boredom broken up by total chaos. And the total chaos came when we got to Boomerang, and we came around the rig on our first pass, and we had 5 lines go off at the same time. We landed 2 fish. 2 of them crossed and broke themselves off. There's nothing we can really do about that. The other one was a barracuda. It was a pretty big barracuda, but it's not what we were searching for. So this is what we want you guys to be talking about. This is what you want to be listening about. What opportunity are you preparing for? That's what it's about. You've got to figure out what you're preparing for. There's Tina on here. She's always on here, man. she's got the opportunity, her and her husband with Bait Butler. I think Andy Erkson just came on. The opportunity he's preparing for is helping business owners sell their business. Stefan, yeah, you can come out, baby. It just costs you a little bit of money. We love you. But, be prepared for the opportunity, because if you're not prepared, it's going to pass you by. You're not going to be able to succeed. If we would have came up on those rigs and we didn't have any lures in the water and we didn't have anything there, we would have trolled right over those fish and nothing would have happened. There was no baits. There was nothing out there for them to go out and for us to be successful with. So that's what it's about. This is Michael Rager, your business guide. I think we're going to break right now. We're going to get Jason on here. We're going to talk about how he prepared for success and listen to the story of Hydroco.
COVID-19 transformed the way we do business. Now more than ever, fast lead generation and customer retention will determine if a business survives or not. The Now Media Video Business Card is designed to be sent using your smartphone. It's the next generation business card that will open the door for you while keeping social distancing. The Now Media Video Business Card is affordable for anyone from startups to multinational companies and is already being used by hundreds of businesses. Stay open, stay in business. Call us today.
Hi, I'm Sandra Mendez-Hassan, Executive Business Advisor, Key Business Strategist, and Management Specialist with Extraordinary HCBI. I work with business owners and executives to help them achieve their goals, implementing the right strategy, and developing leaders that turn their dreams into reality. Do you have a business idea and need to know how to launch it? Based on your vision, do you have the criteria or entrepreneurial mindset to achieve your goals? Do you have what it takes to motivate your team so they can be more proactive and productive? Would you like to learn how to get more clients and close more businesses? At Extraordinary HCBI, we take businesses to the next level by providing them with resources, counseling, and implementing strategies that works, because we want your business to thrive. We also assist businesses and aspiring entrepreneurs on the initial steps of their business plan development, creating financial projections and guiding them on how to create a financial package that will work for their business. Because your success is our success, take a decisive step today and call me at 832-660-4291 and let Extraordinary HCBI turn your dreams into reality.
This is Michael Rager, your business guide, and we are back with Teach Your Business to Fish. I'm so excited to bring this guy on. So, Jonathan, we got Jason. I'm going to be able to see him. Sweet. Jason, how you doing, man?
Good. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, man. You're all dressed up and looking sharp.
It's just a normal Wednesday, to be quite honest. But I'm looking forward to this. I'm a big fan of your podcast and your program that you guys have put together. It's exciting to see just the culmination of outdoors and in business, because there's
You should have been on the boat with us.
Interconnections that work well.
And we'd have loved to have you on the boat with us this past week, man. It would have been fun. So, I met one of your partners, Laura, a few weeks ago. We had her on. Man, you guys, we were doing some research on your company. It's pretty interesting how you got things going. Take us to the beginning, and how did you start Hydroco, and what led you to do what you're doing right now?
Yeah, so essentially in about mid-2018, 2017, actually, I started doing some research on the hydrogen economy that was emerging, because, you don't catch a wave, you ride the wave. And if you don't hit it right, you just get, ransacked by a wave, essentially. So you have to be prepared for, evolutions before they happen. And starting out in that research early on, I identified that there was a need for massive hydrogen production and transportation, because you can create, vehicles, and the vehicles of the future exist today, just a matter of the infrastructure behind them. So we saw that need becoming something in the future, and started working on solutions to develop those early on. Initially, we started out in the forklift industry, because we are in Mississippi, and Memphis is, 45 minutes away from our office. So that, clearly is our backyard market as I like to say. But as interest grew over the past 2.5 years, we've really expanded things into a more national approach, and we're working on developing scalable, repeatable solutions that can be implemented nationally and then eventually globally as things turn up.
Well, let me ask you that. I mean, like, how old are you, man? You're young, and you started this when you were in
Yeah.
college, didn't you?
Yeah, so I started it in my my college apartment for about 3 months there. It was me and a plastic folding table. I'd roll out of bed, go to work at about 8 o'clock, and then I'd go to class at about 10, and then come back and go back to work. And then things just kept going. So now we, have our offices set up. It's a 9 to 5 gig pretty much most days, but we like to push it further than that. But yeah, essentially we started out. I'm 22. Started the company when I was 19. At first, everyone was like, "What are you doing, man? This makes no sense. What is hydrogen?" But a lot of those people now are saying, "Yeah, you were right about something." So feels pretty good.
I tell people, man, I'm right, and I got two bright ideas, one bright idea a day, and I hope somebody's around to capture it. So when you started this company, where did you go to for help? I mean, when I went to school, I mean, I loved my instructors and I loved everything, but they weren't pitching me as a 20-year-old like you to start a new company. Where did you go to for help?
Yeah, so it's interesting. So Mississippi's entrepreneurial ecosystem, as I like to call it, it's not energy focused whatsoever. So that was one of the challenges we faced early on was finding good mentors and help with that. And one his name is escaping my head right now. I'll think of it in about 5 minutes and bring it up. But Owens Alexander at the Ole Miss CIE, we met with him early on, and he got it completely. He understood it. His background was in telecommunications, so they built the smallest handset phone. This was like 2009, so it was a big deal. And essentially, he got it, and he said, "Look, guys, you all have the next FedEx or Walmart. Y'all are going to be the biggest company that's ever come out of this school before." And he just told us, "Go with it, do what you need to do, meet who you need to meet, because I know nothing about energy, I know nothing about hydrogen, but I can help you guys with the basics of starting, a business and getting a company." So he was really helpful. Then we did a lot of work with just local chambers of commerce out here. They're big supporters of industrial development just because the economic benefits. And pretty much from there, we've just been rolling along. I mean, honestly, the best example I could give you is, in the cartoons, when you push a snowball down a hill and it just gets bigger and bigger, that's pretty much what happened with this.
Well, how big are you guys today? So, you started in the college dorm. How many employees you got today, and where are you looking to go?
Yeah, so right now we're at about, I would say about 10, including our salespeople and our ICs. Overall, I mean, my goal is to turn this company into an 8 to 900 person company within the next 6 years. I think it's attainable, and I think we'll be there. Quite honestly, I mean, the demand for hydrogen's there, and one of our big premises is whenever we come up with a new idea is that we like to use the term real solutions to real problems. So if it doesn't exist today, or it doesn't exist in the next 6 months, and it's a solution to something, we really don't put that much weight into it. So we're really about hammering nails and not talking about how to hammer a nail.
No, that's really interesting. So, with Hydroco and hydrogen, I was looking you up yesterday and looking at some things, and Nancy sent over some stuff, and we're looking. There's some really cool hydrogen vehicles out there right now. I mean, really high performance stuff. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so I mean, most fuel cell vehicles today are actually forklifts, if you can believe that. And they're workhorses. When we started out, I like to go meet with the people that actually sell the product on the ground. So we went and met with all these regional forklift reps. And I said, "What do you guys think about fuel cells? You won't hurt my feelings, be honest." And they said, "Man, these things are like diesel engines. They like to get run hard, except for there's no maintenance, there's no downtime." So that was pretty much the example set forward for fuel cells. it's been a lot of movement recently in vehicles and transportation. So everyone in the energy sector, pretty much anyone who owns a stock is familiar with Nikola. Me and my business partner, Luke, we were at Nikola World when it first launched. That was very exciting to see the 3 different trucks they were launching.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. So is
also movement with companies like Kaizen, and then the new Toyota Mirai and all those sedans coming out are very exciting movements.
so how do you see hydrogen in the green movement? I mean, here in Houston, where I'm at, and I think you've got family back here. You told me, how do you see hydrogen entering into the green movement, and let's say for vehicles and the vehicles that you see riding behind me every day? How do you see that changing things?
Yeah, so I mean, it's hydrogen. It's interesting. It can be used as a pure energy source. So I mean, you can go buy a fuel cell car if you want to, but green hydrogen, which is kind of the white whale of the industry today, is a pathway forward. So if you can integrate green hydrogen to things like oil refining and chemical production, those are emission reducing themselves. You don't actually have to have a hydrogen car. So today, most hydrogen's made at oil refineries for hydrotreating of gasoline and diesel to reduce the sulfur emissions of those fuel products. So if you can integrate green hydrogen and the new energy strategies that are being utilized in existing energy during the transition, it's going to be beneficial. I mean, overall, it's not going to be one day we turn a switch and everyone goes and buys a fuel cell car. It's going to be a slow transition, just like anything else. And it's about, energy efficiency, quite honestly. A fuel cell is 50% efficient at, taking energy out of a fuel source, and your average car is about 25%. So it's really optimizing your transportation methods over time.
No, that's pretty awesome. It's looking at it that way and not really understanding how a lot of us don't understand exactly how hydrogen is brought into the processing of the fuels and stuff like that, and where the actual energy reduction is going to be, and that's really interesting, because everybody thinks that we're going to all of a sudden, like you said, flip on. There's this new Green Deal, and everything's going to be electric, solar, wind, hydrogen, and the need for fossil fuels will be gone. And that's not really true. It's going to be a slow movement, but everything needs to work together. Is that how you're seeing it, and seeing how your company is going to help?
Exactly. So that's one of the things we've identified. I mean, for example, there's in the semi-truck market, there's a product called a glider truck. And essentially what that is you buy is a chassis without an engine. So everything's built, but it just doesn't have an engine. So there's opportunities even with diesel trucks to go in and replace it with an electric motor. And you can program anything to do whatever you want. So you can match what a diesel engine would output, and it would pretty much be the same driving capabilities. For us, our goal is to reduce the cost of delivering hydrogen itself, because today it's just too high. When you look at California and their economy they've set up with hydrogen, the average price of hydrogen is about $10 to $15 a kilogram. It's all trucked using diesel trucks today, and it's mainly liquid. So one of the things about liquid hydrogen is that it's more difficult to get permitted, just because there's inherent safety risk. And we're really about reducing safety risk at any way possible. And then our other thing is efficient transportation. There's a lot of projects that are coming out with hydrogen cost at $1.50 a kilogram at the gate, and that's great. But if you have to drive 100 miles to deliver it to a station, you might be selling hydrogen for the equivalent of if gasoline was $3 to $4 a gallon. So it's all about driving efficiency and price, but driving efficiency in terms of how are we using our carbon emissions to work for us instead of against us.
So with your company, and this is something we're going to go to break in about 3 minutes and then come back and do another segment. With your company, who is your client actually? Who are you selling your products and services to?
Yeah, so it's really interesting. So hydrogen, of course, it's the lightest element out there today, or They might come up with a new element. No one knows. But it's the lightest one today. So what we did was we looked at that market and hydrogen that's emerging. And we said, well, if we have a good transportation method for hydrogen, that means we have a good transportation method for helium, natural gas, argon, neon, biogas, RNG, the whole 9 yards. So most of our business today and most of our clients today are people in the compressed gas spaces. For example, one of our biggest industries we serve is the helium industry. And we've, brought them solutions, and we've reduced fleet sizes by about 2.5 times, depending on the customer and the demand. But all those things really work to provide a more stable environment for the gas industry today.
So cool. I want to get into that a little bit. It's about ready to go to break, Jonathan, here. So we got 1 minute. I'm going to wrap some things up here. Then I want to get back and I want to talk to you about, how are you finding new clients? How do you do some things? Because this is when we're talking to business owners and we're going through the teach your business to fish model. We want to understand what the end product is. And this is something that most business owners don't think about. They're thinking about real tangible products. How do I move a pen? How do I sell a pizza? Man, you got something that's here that's really conceptual, and it's really taking understanding the business. So this is Michael Rage, your business guide. We're gonna go out right now, and we're gonna be right back with Jason in a minute.
COVID-19 transformed the way we do business. Now more than ever, fast lead generation and customer retention will determine if a business survives or not. The Now Media Video Business Card is designed to be sent using your smartphone. It's the next generation business card that will open the door for you while keeping social distancing. The Now Media Video Business Card is affordable for anyone from startups to multinational companies and is already being used by hundreds of businesses. Stay open, stay in business. Call us today.
Hi, I'm Sandra Mendez-Hassan, Executive Business Advisor, Key Business Strategist, and Management Specialist with Extraordinary HCBI. I work with business owners and executives to help them achieve their goals, implementing the right strategy and developing leaders that turn their dreams into reality. Do you have a business idea and need to know how to launch it? Based on your vision, do you have the criteria or entrepreneurial mindset to achieve your goals? Do you have what it takes to motivate your team so they can be more proactive and productive? Would you like to learn how to get more clients and close more businesses? At Extraordinary HCBI, we take businesses to the next level by providing them with resources, counseling, and implementing strategies that work because we want your business to thrive. We also assist businesses and aspiring entrepreneurs on the initial steps of their business plan development, creating financial projections and guiding them on how to create a financial package that will work for their business. Because your success is our success, take a decisive step today and call me at 832-660-4291 and let Extraordinary HCBI turn your dreams into reality.
Do you want to experience the ease and convenience of the latest and most advanced home security system? Are you going away on vacation and want to have peace of mind while you're not at your home or at your office? According to the FBI, a robbery occurs every 13 seconds, and homes and businesses without a security system are 300% more likely to be burglarized. Hawk Security provides security solutions to residential and small businesses in the state of Texas and from California to Georgia, building a custom-tailored security setup that matches your needs. Whether it is home security, fire and carbon monoxide detection, flood detection, connected senior care, managed video surveillance solutions, alarm monitoring, and life safety. In addition to fire and carbon monoxide detection, Hawk Security has a smart home and business integration, expanding security services to a lifestyle solution, keeping customers connected to their home and businesses from anywhere in the world, from their tablet or mobile device, so you can have peace of mind even if you're not at home or in your office. Reduce your energy cost, scheduling automatic changes in thermostats or lighting. And because we rely on our heroes every single day, Hawk Security offers security services discounts to military personnel, veterans, first responders, educators, and hospital personnel. Our mission is to keep our clients safe, treat them like family, and provide them with a user-friendly security system with personalized customer service 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For integrity, honesty, passion, and excellent customer service, take a strong step today toward getting protected and call Rosanna Torres at 832-863-8574 because every home and business is unique and every security system should be unique too.
Hey, this is your business guide, Michael Rager, and I'm back with Jason Contometris of Hydroco. Man, Jason, God, I wish you were here in studio. It'd be so awesome because I'm getting some feedback on. We got you live on Facebook too, and people are asking questions and stuff like this. But I want to go a little bit deeper. So starting the company right now, and I think I got to turn the volume down here because I'm hearing myself in it. Starting the company. Have you guys gone out for funding yet? Have you and your partners, have you funded everything? How did you pay for startup of this company?
Yeah, so I mean, we started out just going with funding. Of course, when we started the company, things were tighter than anyone would like. But as we're evolving, I mean, we've been really good at creating value and then also raising funds. How we've set our mind to, quite honestly.
What about the vision of the company? Oh, I'm sorry. I saw you thinking there. I thought you were done with that question. You want to finish? What's the end goal of the company? I mean, are you looking to build this thing to sell it? Are you looking to build this thing to be your legacy, or where are you looking at this right now?
I mean, as a young person, I have 40 years of working ahead of me. So if we're there for the next 40 years working and we're going to be, the next Exxon or Shell, there for the ride, it's just like catching a fish. I always look back to the old man in the sea. The marlin's either going to push the boat or you're going to let go one day and the marlin's going to swim off. So quite honestly, maybe we'll sell it one day, maybe not, but it's really about just creating sustainable value for the communities we serve and the people we serve because hydrogen's coming. It's important on a global scale. And really our goal is to be an innovator and, create value for the communities we serve at the end of the day. So if we're able to do that long term, then we're going to keep on going. And, if we find the right partner that wants to buy our business out, potentially that's something we're also open to.
Well, that's really interesting because as you look at it, I always teach my customers, my clients to build a business to sell it because it's always running efficiently then. And, we want to be able, if we're going to do it, we're building a business to become an asset. That's what it's about. We want it to be an asset. Are you guys looking to stay private? Are you looking to go public? Have you started looking at those things yet?
I mean, I've looked at public companies and the whole structure of them pretty deeply and in depth. And I mean, I don't want to be the CEO of a public company. It's just a lot of scrutiny there. And I like keeping things privately. I mean, we have a great team today. Our board's great. And it keeps us lean and it keeps us efficient. So if there comes an opportunity where, there's value creation for us, it's maybe something we'll explore one day. But, right now we're comfortable being a privately held company.
Cool. Are you guys looking to stay in is there benefits for you being in Mississippi or looking at the company long term is because it's an energy source, is it going to be potentially better for you to be in Texas or in Louisiana to be closer to more of your clients?
So I'm of the belief that you're either a disruptor or you're being disrupted. Hydrogen production until recently was controlled by about 5 different companies in the US, and they maintain about a 98% market share over, hydrogen production at scale. So we started out in Mississippi because there's no other energy here. So we didn't really want people to look over the fence or look out of their backyard and see, oh, what's this company doing? How can we learn from them? So it really allowed us to kind of tailor our product offerings in an incubator in a sense. And eventually, I mean, we're planning on moving to Houston, setting up shop there, just because I don't want to have to travel, 150 days out the year. I don't think anyone else in my team does either. And we want to be able to forge those strong personal connections with our clients and really deliver value in a way that is sustainable, because I'm a boots on the ground guy. So if I can't see it, it doesn't benefit me in my thought process and my decision making. So anything I can do to put myself in, in the scenarios and the markets we're serving is something we're going to do.
So I want to start talking. I talk a lot about profits, and I really push profits in the business. Now, when will Hydroco be? When do you see it being a profitable company? I take it you guys are still in that startup phase, and you're still doing a lot of stuff to move what you need to do, and you've got some funding coming. When do you see the company starting to turn nice profits?
So it's the 20th today, right? Yeah. So we're looking at being cash flow positive and profitable within the next month.
Nice.
Yeah.
What makes that
Very
happen?
excited. And I mean, it's, a lot of fuel cell businesses haven't turned a profit yet. And, we exist in a capitalist society, so there's always an emphasis on profits. And that's something that we always have an emphasis on because, it's about mutual value creation for our customers and ourselves.
So as you look to expand, how do you start diversifying? Because I know when Laura was in here, we started talking about, and one of the things you mentioned was moving product. And when I first met Laura, we talked about, looking at reusing existing pipelines to move hydrogen instead of other fuels. Where do you see is your biggest profits going to be coming from, or your biggest revenue is going to come from? Is it going to be something like that, or is it going to be more technology driven and helping companies develop products?
So, I mean, if I have it my way, which I hope I do, we're going to do a lot in the composite space. So that means pressure vessels and storage mediums. So I really want to build a diverse business within our company to do things like the fuel tanks for ships, fuel tanks for these hydrogen aircraft they're talking about, and then just weight reduction using composites. So just for example, a lot of the systems used on military vehicles today, they use steel tanks and they're 50% heavier than our product is. So if we can go in and, serve those markets and provide value for them, that's something we're going to do. Our long-term strategy in terms of our service sector is something called mobile pipeline. So, the pipeline and the blends and all those things, they're great. They're going to be a strong market force in the future. But today, the pipe and the engineering and the research that's needed to do that safely is going to take some time. It also takes buy-in. So for us, we're looking at developing a mobile pipeline platform for pretty much most commodity compressed gases. So the helium, argon, neon, nitrogen, methane, all of those things, because one of the patterns that we've noticed is that there's all these production sites and only a select few of them have access to a pipeline. So if we can do things to increase efficiency over the road, compared to technology that's out there today, we see that being a very strong market mover. And if we're in all these different compressed gases, upturns and downturns in different pricing and different markets won't be as much of an issue because we can just move our fleet around.
No, that's interesting. I like, a lot of people don't realize my background. I actually come from the pipeline industry. I was in midstream for 24 years. I was an environmental consultant, and I worked on some of the largest pipelines in the United States from the late 80s to the 2000s. So, what kind of regulatory hurdles do you see, that could slow you down, and how can you, as a hopefully industry leader, help move these things in the right way to make things easy?
Yeah, so with our mobile pipeline platform, that's all road based and highway based. So today our products, they're DOT approved, and we have a pending approval or we're working on an approval with Canada. Once we get that solidified with the Canadian market, we pretty much can run anywhere that has a road without much concern. Where you get into a regulatory environment is when you park the trailer or you have something installed permanently. Then it involves input from zoning commissions, fire marshals, and the whole 9 yards. So with mobile pipeline, there's not that much red tape to cut through. But it really comes down to PHMSA at the end of the day. And PHMSA is the body that oversees hazardous materials transportation. I know you're aware of them, Michael, but viewers might not be. And essentially, it comes down to what they want us to do. But we've set a standard, and our partners have set a standard of exceeding those standards at all times. So we're not too concerned about what the future can bring. Now, with the pipeline, it's pretty complex retrofitting a pipeline to run hydrogen because there's an embrittling issue. So you have to look into things like material selection, the valves, the seals used, what the maintenance looks like, and then it really matters with the end user. If it's just a simple pipeline running from point A to point B and you have a large industrial user, it's much easier. But when you start getting things in there like city grids and diverse smaller users, you have to look at changing stoves, changing the gas meter itself, and changing the pipes at residential places. And all those factors really add up quickly. So there's a lot of red tape when you look at putting in hydrogen into the gas grid, but hopefully we'll see legislation and some hands reaching out from the government to assist the industry in making those things possible.
Well, that's where people don't understand, but we want to change, technologies and how we run energy. You do need some assistance because we have to retrofit and change the way we do life. Sister-in-law of mine, she did a lot with economic impact in the Bahamas, and we went to visit her in Barbados, and she talked us through how the country of Barbados, which is, Barbados is 7 miles long by 2 miles wide, that they helped fund. Every structure had a solar panel on it, to reduce the amount that the island had to depend on heating oil. So these are some big costs that us as the everyday consumer, we can't afford, but we need to change this and we need to look at it. So how long do you see? Are you looking at 30-30, 30-35? When do you see hydrogen or a lot more of these green fuels becoming more commonplace in the everyday home?
So the people setting policy have set a goal of a 50% emission reduction by 2030. So that's very promising for us in our industry. The goal is by 2050 to be completely carbon negative or net carbon output as a country. So honestly, I think in 2025, we're going to see a lot of really, really cool developments coming out here. They might not be, passenger cars. They might not be sedans, but we're going to see things like hydrogen trains come around. We're going to see hydrogen 18-wheelers become a reality. Maybe we're going to see alternative fuel shipping become a reality. And things like that are really the largest fuel consumers out there today. So if we can just have tiny changes to how products are moved across the country, we'll really be able to make a big impact in our emissions reduction. And then, of course, that's helpful for us as the hydrogen industry is going to be a vital part of that because batteries just will not be able to keep up.
No, it's pretty interesting. I love that because a lot of some of the other stuff we do in one of our other companies, we just formed a new company called the ESG Leaders Alliance, where we want to connect leaders like you that are using new technology and new things to leaders in bigger industry, that hey, I've got to be transparent on what I'm doing. And they don't know how to connect. So how right now are you connecting with these people that here's a 22-year-old guy that's got this new badass technology? How are you getting in the door?
Yeah, so one of our things, our sales team is very experienced. So I'll give you an example. One of our guys, he's been in the industry for about 30 to 35 years at this point. So if we have buy-in from experienced professionals, it makes the 22-year-old at the table a lot more credible. But essentially for us, I mean, it's about carbon emissions. And fortunately, there's this great tool called the Flight by the EPA. You can type in any company you want and get a full report on what their emissions are, what's producing emissions, and we have strategies to mitigate those. One example would be there's a few groups that do something called kaolin processing to make fertilizers. And today they use methane combustion, so natural gas combustion, to make their kaolin product, and they emit a lot of emissions. There you go, you got it up there. And essentially, it's not that hard to change, a furnace over to hydrogen. It's more difficult when you're changing 1,000 furnaces to hydrogen. But if you're doing it on a facility by facility basis, it makes things much easier. So part of our strategy is just going in there, providing them with financials, because I'm a big believer in ROI and creating value. And at the end of the day, our products, they're an investment in the future, but with any investment, you want to see a return. So we really do we call it white glove service to deliver financial spreadsheets, financial analysis, kind of like you would with an investment product, to give customers insight into the benefits long term.
Now that's pretty amazing. I'm glad, Jonathan, you're able to find that and bring that stuff up. But it's a lot of things that everyday citizens aren't thinking about, and I'm glad that there's guys out you that are looking at this, because there's so many things in the background that really is going on that most people don't understand. So we're gonna go to break here in just a minute. We're gonna come back. I think we got our last segment. It's what, 6 minutes? It's 15. Okay. So we're going to come back. We're going to talk about another 10, 15 minutes, Jason. But I want to get off business a little bit on the last segment. I want to come talking about the fun and the reason why we own businesses. And I want to understand why you, as a 22-year-old, said, I'm going to go this route. And what do you really want to see? All right. So this is Mike Rager, your business guide. We'll be back in just a minute. I hope you guys are enjoying this, because it's really interesting stuff.
Hi. This is Alberto Tudela. The Houston metro area has experienced a substantial increase of wind and hail damage, flooding, and other perils in the last 5 years. Now more than ever, it is critical and essential to ensure your company, your property, as well as your family have the right insurance coverage. Tudela Insurance Solutions offers a wide variety of insurance for home, auto, property, as well as life insurance. My goal is to find a tailored option that guarantees the right coverage at the right price, specific to your needs, present and future, so you protect what matters the most. Call me today at 713-714-4475 and allow our team at Tudela Insurance Solutions to make sure you're protected. Accidents never happen when we expect them. Now is the time to ensure you have peace of mind.
COVID-19 transformed the way we do business. Now more than ever, fast lead generation and customer retention will determine if a business survives or not. The Now Media Video Business Card is designed to be sent using your smartphone. It's the next generation business card that will open the door for you while keeping social distancing. The Now Media Video Business Card is affordable for anyone from startups to multinational companies and is already being used by hundreds of businesses. Stay open, stay in business. Call us today.
Hey, it's your business guide, Michael Rager, and we're back with Teach Your Business to Fish, and we are with Jason Contomitras. All right, Jason, let's talk about this. You're 22. You got a really cool company. What do you do for fun, man?
Honestly, recently, not a lot. It's a lot of work. But, I mean, I'm in a great part of the country to be around nature. So, me and my girlfriend, we go on hikes. We do a lot of things like that. We have a dog. Um, Honestly, you're going to laugh about this. Is I've gotten really into smoking meats and making barbecue recently. So that's really been my fun during the COVID. Um, but outside of that, I mean, hunting, fishing are all big parts of things I like to do. I'm a bigger duck hunter than anything else. Also, like, hog hunting. That's one of my favorite things. Unfortunately, deer hunting kind of got ruined for me. But, it's really just being in the outdoors, being with nature are some of my favorite things. Just hearing the sounds, honestly. The wind's a beautiful thing.
No, that's cool. Now, what part of Mississippi are you in?
So I'm in North Mississippi. It's Oxford.
Okay.
So we're about 40 minutes from the largest lake in the state. So, I mean, beautiful, beautiful nature around us. I forgot to add in, I play some golf with my business partner. He's a lot better than I am, so it's a little embarrassing to go play golf against him because, he'll make it there in 3, I'll make it there in 9. There's not really competition there.
We just say you get your money's worth.
Exactly. I mean, I go through a pack of balls a day, quite honestly.
Exactly. We got to get you out in the boat with us, man. We get you out there, pull on some tuna and some marlin with us. I think that'll be a great.
No, let me know. I mean, I have all my saltwater rigs and all my reels and everything. They're down in Houston. I'm a diver. Forgot to mention that. And then a little bit of a mountaineer early on. Maybe I'll get back into it, but I really have no desire to be cold for a week straight. So we'll see what happens.
See, you don't even need to bring gear, man. You just come on the boat. All you need is your booze for the weekend, and whatever you get. That's our fun. That's the great thing about the boats we go on. We're going to be doing some stuff over in Venice, Louisiana, going to catch some big tuna fish here. We're going to get that going on. We're going to be going out with I don't know. We got to connect on Facebook. I know we're not right now, and I haven't posted any of the stuff on LinkedIn. But we just got back on a trip where we caught some really nice tuna fish on my friend Mike Stoddard's 60-foot Hatteras. So, it's going on, nothing like going on a yacht, having some fun. So why did you decide to go into business? I mean, you're in college. Why did you say, screw this, I'm going to start a company?
It was a matter of, I always go back. It's a weird analogy, but it's surfing. So if you don't catch the wave at the right time, it's just going to throw you and you're going to end up under the water wondering where the surface is. And I knew I wanted to go into hydrogen and knew I wanted to go in the energy space and make a big impact, and kind of saw this wave start to form and figured, hey, we'll jump in there. One of my dad's quotes was, jump in and figure it out when you get there. Doesn't go very far with the whole preparedness mentality that I have, but his other quote was, proper preparedness prevents poor performance. So, they kind of contradict each other. But, we just got in the space, wanted to ride the wave and see where it took us, quite honestly. And it's been good so far. So we're happy. We're doing something we're passionate about, and there's not much more you can ask for in a business.
Well, two of the quotes that I did on the intro before I had you on here, we were talking about opportunity, and success is opportunity equals preparedness. Is, when opportunity knocks, you don't have time to prepare. And one of my friends, Les Brown, he used to say, jump off the cliff and build your wings on the way down. And again, they're pretty opposite each other, but you got to be prepared to build your wings. So what prepared you? I mean, what were you studying in school? Where were you going, and what prepared you to see this opportunity?
Yeah. So initially, when I got into school, I wanted to be a lawyer. And we're seeing how that went. But my first job out of high school was I was doing analytics for a company called Westfield, and it was before they had social media hubs to really look at Facebook and Instagram and all these things in one platform. So what I did was I went in there and manually put together the data to analyze performance, and that was really that was my first experience ever in business, actually analyzing business from a data standpoint. And I went and did that with the hydrogen industry in 2018 and found all these market holes in sectors that were being underemphasized or there wasn't a lot of interest in. And we, decided to go and exploit those holes that we found in the market. So that was really it, quite honestly. And I mean, I've been an entrepreneur, since I was like 15. So, it's a culmination of factors, but at some point you have to jump in and figure it out.
No, I love it. I love it. So, we're going to wrap up here in a couple minutes. If anybody came to you and said, "Hey, Jason, I need some piece of advice on I'm thinking about something," what are you going to tell them?
I mean, you have to maintain, I go back to Vince Lombardi, you have to maintain a habit of winning at all things. Winning's a habit, but so is losing. And if you practice properly, meaning you do your steps right, you know what you have to do, and you have a game plan, and you can execute successfully with your skill set, there's nothing that's going to stop you as long as you're willing to put the work in and you're just a nice person. Being mean or tough to deal with has never gotten anyone anywhere. So it's about being adaptable and being able to adjust with changes and adversity. I mean, for example, COVID-19, it hit everyone hard in the energy space, and it's about adapting. We went and started doing leasing and financing in-house when COVID hit because we realized our customers didn't have cash on hand. So, it's about adapting and delivering good solutions. So at the end of the day, if you can provide value to people and you're able to win at providing value, then you're doing something right.
Man, that's awesome. That's awesome, man. We're getting ready to wrap up here. I thank you so much. I know it took us a couple weeks to get this set up, to get you on here. Hopefully, we're going to be able to follow the things that you and the company's doing. I'm really excited to see it. I know I talk to Laura about every 6-8 weeks and find out what's going on. And, thanks for coming, man. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. It's been great. I appreciate it. And I'll let you know, or you let me know next time y'all are going out on that Hatteras. I love to go fishing with y'all someday. Sounds fun.
Oh, man.
You a diver by chance?
Oh, yeah. I used to be a dive master. We used to go shoot snapper on the rigs out here.
Okay, yeah. I haven't made it out to the rigs in the Gulf, but I've always wanted to. So maybe we'll have to make that happen sometime.
We may have to. It's scary when you're diving in 350 feet of water and a bull shark swims by. So,
yeah.
Jonathan's looking at me going, no way, no way. Well, man, everybody, thank you so much. Jason, I appreciate you coming out here. This is Michael Rager. Hey, just want to let you know, remember, we're now on channel 21 on Now Media. Go find us. If you get that old way, get that antenna out, go tweak it around and go find us. Look for us on nowmediatv.com. You're going to see us. I think we're on 3:00 live every day, or rebroadcast. You're going to see one of our shows every day. So, check us out. If you want to be a guest on here, you want to come talk about your company, you want to share your passion for your business, share your passion for the outdoors, reach out to me. Find me on Facebook at Michael Rager. Go into the Teach Your Business to Fish page. Go out there. And those of you that are business owners, man, we got this great new Facebook group called Business Owners and Executives Who Love to Fish and Hunt. You should join it. We got some great things that are happening. There's going to be some new stuff. We're going to be going on a whole bunch of those fishing trips. So if you want to go, let us know about that. So this is Michael Rager, your business guide. We're out today. You want you to go out there and become a real success. Remember, that's about building relationships, equipping your team for success, being ethical, and building leaders. Go out there and make it a great day.
Thank you so much.
We are CHN Advisors, and we operate our business under Liberty Tax Service. Our team of tax resolution experts and business consultants have extensive experience in tax planning, accounting, IRS problems resolution, credit restoration, and business structuring. We are multilingual and assist our customers in English, in Spanish, in French, in Mandarin, and in Vietnamese. At CHN Advisors, our goal is to